Gordon Ramsay's viral scrambled eggs against Julia Child's 14-second omelet that she does in a stainless steel pan. Just to make it more interesting, I'm gonna do it over a campfire. Gordon Ramsay, huge douche. Gordon Ramsay's famous scrambled eggs, viral scrambled eggs, whatever. Directly into the pan. Yup. Chew. Kind of feels sacrilegious already. 3 tablespoons of butter. Why is the butter white? I bought the more expensive kind, and it looks, worse than normal butter is supposed to be. Get in there. I think while we're doing this, we could probably get our bread toasting. We'll try not to turn it into a brick. Go for it. All right, 30 seconds on the heat. Here we go. 30 seconds off. Ooh, that's hot. 30 seconds off. Here we go. Okay, bread. Back on. 30 seconds on. Here we go. Mixin'. All the while cleaning the bottom of the pan. Oh my God, smoke in the eyes. That's what I get for saying all the mean things about him. You can't really hate on someone and then turn around and do the exact same thing that they do, except that you can. And then you can put it on YouTube. 30 seconds on. I'm only like half committing to the heat here. I'm like, get over there, Savannah. And the bread. We're mixing. This takes forever. Good Lord. I think that's kind of like an anxiety-inducing way to make scrambled eggs. It's like, oh no, on the heat. Oh no, off the heat. Here we go again. Don't burn the bread. On the heat, here we go. Curds, we're looking for the curds. Nothing is really happening except that my finger keeps getting singed. There's no salt in these. The butter is finally melting. I hope it doesn't separate on me. 30 seconds on. Uncontrolled heat source. Here we go. It's really hot. Oh, the bread. Totally forgot about the bread. Look at that. Grill marks. Oh, I'm not stirring. Here we go. Shame. Can you imagine the tongue lashing I would be getting from him right now? Ruining the scrambled eggs. It's like you take the recipe that, like the first thing I was taught to make as a kid, and you make it as complex as possible. Like instead of taking 30 seconds, it's going to be a 10-minute project, and there's 5 different ways to screw it up. Cleaning, stirring, questioning your self-worth, questioning why you did this over a fire. I think I'm screwing it up. There's no curds forming. I'm questioning everything. That's the secret of this recipe. Self-doubt. There's no salt. You just need self-doubt. Like, am I stirring it too good? Is that why there's no curds yet? Am I the first person to make Gordon Ramsay scrambled eggs over a campfire? Is my fire hot enough? On the heat, off the heat. What do you think he'd say to me if I stirred with my eyes closed because the smoke's getting in them? Are you a moron? Guys, I'm really losing faith that these are actually gonna cook. I don't see how they could not cook. This fire is ripping hot, like it is, feels like it's singeing my arm right there. But I have no curds. So either I'm too good at this or I've completely chunked it. No curds forming, okay? Back on the heat. Let's try a different method. Hot, burning, cleaning. Is that a curd? I think we have a curd. And this extra smoky flavor, that's really got to take it to another level. That's an upcharge right there. I'm crying from the smoke, not because he's so mean. Ugh, crying with sadness about whatever this pile of slop in this pan is. God, cook, you bastard, cook. I really am wondering if I completely broke this mixture. It was like when you hit it with a temperature change too fast, especially with the butter and the eggs in there, and then your whole sauce separates. It's not grainy yet, but it's watery, which is one of the things that can happen. So now I think I'm gonna have to call on my inner Julia Child and just have the courage to cook it anyway, see what comes of it. We just added a log to it. We have nothing in our favor here. How could we fail? Just gonna slowly rotisserie my forearms while we do this. If you want, you can cut this and I'll let you know when something starts to happen. My arm, fuck me, ow. Oh! I was blowing in my eyes, directly in my eyes. I'm like Will from Stranger Things. It burns! Huh. We have cooked some egg on the side of the spatula, but somehow not in the pan that's directly over the heat. What is wrong with you? Oh, I see. It's on the very edge here. Nasty. That's a travesty. This has taken so long. I think I'm going to leave it on for longer than 30 seconds because I'm just having so much trouble getting this to form a curd at all, which is crazy. I wonder if we did a hyperlapse on this and you can just watch my hair turn gray while I'm still stirring these eggs. Tears of shame. Tears of questioning my choices. Tears of there being no damn curds forming no matter what. What if we stop stirring for a sec? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have to stir again. Is there a curd? Nope. There's just separated egg and sadness. Get up there. Cook. Oh. Is it curds forming? Curds are forming! Ladies and gentlemen, we have curds. See, look at that. That's not butter. That's curds. I think I just wasn't leaving it on there hot enough. This is not as direct of a heat source as, I don't know, the stove. Am I spilling it? Is it everywhere? The art of campfire cooking. If your nose isn't running, you're not doing it right. I wonder if I put another log on. Yeah. There Now, as we understand more about the campfire and the way that it cooks, I've given up on the 30 seconds off the heat because nothing is happening if I don't just leave it on here. Somehow, did I not build a big enough fire? Was I not mean enough to it? Did I not bring the proper amount of spite? I'm not gonna lie, this has been a pretty big dose of humble pie. I was like, oh, scrambled eggs, I'll be done with this in like a minute and a half. How long have I been out here? This feels like it was longer than it took me to start the fire. Ouch. Pull my arm up and I have a GR branded on my red forearm here. I gotta say, look at all this crud crusted around the edge of the pan. I am ashamed of myself. Sloppy work. Oh boy, here we go. I feel like no curds have formed since the initial curds. Oh, so long. Okay, we made some adjustments. Here we go. That honestly seems like what we needed to do in the first place. Okay, now look, they're cooking. It's happening. Here we go. All right, off the heat. It's thickening, things are going. Well, you know what, who cares? Back on the heat it goes. This is a disgusting, shameful mess. I am embarrassed for myself. I'm like torn between, do I just throw the whole thing out and start again? Or do I, follow through and finish what I started here? Is this really 3 eggs? Looks so small and sad. I feel like I don't even want to serve this. Should I just throw it out and start again? It happened. No matter how much I prepared myself, cooking a Gordon Ramsay recipe has left me feeling insecure and as though I have no clue what I'm doing. He won. He won this round. Round 1 goes to Gordon, I must say. It looks so gross. I'm like whipping it into a dough or something. What even is this? Cold toast, egg glue. It actually doesn't taste half bad. All right, I declare it done. Let it cool for a minute. We're gonna reheat the bread for a hot second. I'm gonna step out of the line of the wind blowing directly into my eyeballs. This has been an experience. Gotta say, good Lord. All right, to the plate. The toast. We're gonna call this smoked scrambled eggs, seasoned with the tears of incompetence. Salt, a little pep. Whip that all together. Sometimes adding a little dairy just kind of brings everything back around. All right, here we go. We're gonna try and not take the burnt crap off the edges of this with us. It's, whatever's left of those 3 eggs. And my dignity. Couple of chives here. Just gonna snip these on. You know what, I've forgotten a fork to try it, so we're just gonna go for it. That is somehow still delicious. Man, I wanted to hate this so bad. Why does he get to be a dick and his recipe is still so good? I don't know if that's for too much coffee or for the, I don't know. I think I'm gonna finish this though. Don't look at me. It's like cheese. It's so cheesy and good. God damn it. Now I'm a believer. It starts playing in the background. Hey, 10 out of 10 on that. Damn, that's good. Here goes a big dose of humble pie. Gordon Ramsay, my sincerest apologies. Your food is good. You are still a huge dick. But I would eat that every day for the rest of my life and be happy. Moving on. All right, no crying. I've moved out of the smoke. Julia Child's omelet. Here we go. The one thing this is not gonna be is long. I have an emergency spatula, even though she doesn't use one. Let's see how this goes. I'm kind of nervous about this. Gonna get the pan hot, ripping hot. We're gonna take our eggs, we're gonna crack it in the bowl. She didn't mess around, she just kind of went for it. You know what the nice thing is about cooking a Julia Child's recipes is it doesn't matter if you just completely effed up before this, you just go anyways. The hand's still shaky, come on, let's go. Beat the eggs, getting the pan nice and hot. She put salt in it ahead of time like a normal person. A little bit more pepper. This is gonna be a disaster. We've got our plate ready, plate at the ready, eggs at the ready. Everything has a little bit of a sense of urgency here. Stay. I'm just gonna, I think it's hot. This is gonna be something. Plenty of butter. Swirl it around. Find the courage of our convictions. Melt the butter, melt it. Perhaps a little too much butter. I have never made an omelet in a stainless steel pan before. I'm gonna call deep on my courage. Here we go with the eggs. Oh boy. And just start throwing them like you're an insane person. Oh my God, it's working. How is it working? flip, flip. Okay, here we go. Come on. My fingers are on fire. Oh my God. That was too big of a thing. Here we go. Hup, hup, hup. One more flip. And we're gonna let it sit over the heat for just a minute. Oh boy. I think we gotta use the emergency spatula just a little. That was definitely not 14 seconds. Holy God. Woman is a legend. And, ow. The smoke has come back this way. Here we go. Oh, sad. I'm just gonna flip it over and pretend that didn't happen. Okay. All right. Well, it's, you know, it has a growth of the traditional omelet shape, but overall we didn't brown it. Look at the pan is clean. Nearly. What the? Oh my God. Okay. Parsley on top, you know, a little bit in the wind. Here we go. Forgot to bring an eating fork out here. Stand by. Okay, here we go. Damn. I thought I was cooking French omelets before. I was not. This is different. Oh my God. They're so different. How do I don't know which one wins. This is just so eggy and creamy and perfect. And eggy, I feel like comes off as a bad word. People are like, ew, eggs. But it's like, oh, what's it like? It's like, I can hear the angels singing. Oh, it's like the HBO intro, you know? Man, I always looked at this and I was like, oh my God, look at all that like undercooked egg in the middle. This is something else. Let me tell you. Do I have to make a decision? Do I have to make a call? Who won? I mean, I ate both. And though the day started with much self-doubt and I learned a little bit of a hard lesson there, and I apologized to Gordon Ramsay on camera, which just, you know, really goes against my values. But Julia's omelet, oh man, dang, this is so good. Maybe it's the campfire. Maybe it's the struggle. I can't believe how good this is. I'm not making this up, y'all. That's nuts. And you know what you really can't beat is a 17-second breakfast or lunch or dinner. What the heck? This is so good. Man. Well, this was a fun day. Do I really have to pick who won? I do? This was better. They're different. That's what I get for comparing two things that are not the same. I mean, I thought I was going to want to put creme fraiche on this. I really thought it was going to be Gordon Ramsay, but I gotta say, you just cannot beat this classic omelet. New favorite camp food breakfast. And you knew it in any pan. God, it was so close. The timeless vision. Julia Child has won again. I'm Savannah. Follow me for more.